NKC Art. Okay, in order to do your Picasso self-portrait, or you can do a portrait of somebody that you know, a friend of yours would be okay. Go ahead and make that paper portrait style so it goes up and down. It's like long on your screen. You're going to want to get black and then go to that technical pen or that Sharpie tool and get about a 5, a 6, somewhere around there. That opacity, keep it on 100%. You want it to be 100% so that when we fill it in within paint, the paint doesn't seep through the lines because they're not so solid. The first thing you're going to do is go ahead and draw like a face-like shape, kind of like an egg or an oval shape for your face that takes up most of the paper. If you mess up, just go to that back arrow. Sometimes when you touch it, it adds lines. Then I'm going to make a profile down the side. Doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of put where the forehead might show on the side, where the nose, the lips might show. Again, it's not perfect. It's just kind of adds to the style that we're doing in Picasso. On both sides of that line, I'm going to break it up and make it completely different, kind of like what we did with our snowman. I didn't like that eyebrow, so I went to that back arrow, just got rid of it, and then redrew it. My eyes, I'm just going to make 2 different kinds of eyes, just to give it that asymmetry on both sides of my face. Now, when you're working with small things like the pupil, zooming in helps a lot. Because you can control your finger much better that way if you zoom in for the little things that you're drawing. When I'm drawing, I'm also trying to make sure that my lines touch, because when I fill this in with paint later, if there's even a little crack where the line's not touching another line, the paint will spill through it. I think I'm just going to add like a little line here for my nose area, and maybe on this side of my mouth I'll do lips like this, and then on the other side kind of transform it into a different kind. Notice that crack there. I want to fill that in though, since I noticed it, so again I can go back and color it without any problems later. Now that I'm done with my face, I'm just going to go ahead and add like a neck and shoulders. Would be something that you could see in my picture. And then after that, I think I'm going to go add my hair. To break it up and make it different on both sides. Fix that crack right there. I am going to maybe do long hair on one side and short hair on the other side. Maybe even add some like stripes that I can put in my hair, like different patterns and stuff for color. The more little areas and shapes I have, the more places I can add patterns and different colors. Kind of make it more interesting after we add our details to it later. Maybe just a couple more little shapes, like little shiny areas in her hair. And then on the other side, I'm going to do short hair. And instead of adding shapes and stuff, I think I'm just going to add some straight lines down. And yours can look however you want. You can choose the shapes, the style you want of your face, but the object really is to kind of break it up, make it look different on both sides, use those bright colors. With this one, we're using patterns that we're going to be filling in starting next week. And then I made my technical pen a little bit skinnier just so I can differentiate the lines better. But I'm just going back and adding little sections in the background that I can break up with different colors and patterns when we go back to fill this in. So I might put like a little rectangle right here going down, and I think that is how I would like my picture. I'm going to save this for next week, so go up to the 3 lines. Before I save it, let me make sure there's no cracks in it real fast so that my color doesn't mess up next week when I'm working on this. So kind of scan around your picture, fill in any cracks where they're not touching. Once you've done that, then you go to the 3 lines gallery and save your work, and then keep it in your gallery, and we will finish it next week.